Okay. Good afternoon. If you'd like a question, please raise your hand. And we'll get around the room as much as we can. Who would like to start things off today? Jerry.
Graham, your thoughts on that game?
Well, frustrated, of course. Disappointed with the results. I thought we started the game well. I thought we, for the first 20, 25, 30 minutes, were playing well. Good regains higher up. Decent control, drove them back a little bit. Had some opportunities in terms of some shots. Good energy in the team. The first half was relatively even, I thought. And then they had a moment as well themselves. Nothing in the game. And then the second half starts as badly as you can start from our perspective. And then once you're a goal down, obviously in a tight game, sometimes the first goal is really important in these games. Not sometimes, often. And whilst we huffed and puffed in the second half, we didn't do enough to score. And then the killer goal is the second one, which is a set piece in a game with not too many opportunities, I didn't think.
Simon Johnson.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
Obviously, you had a lot of meetings last week with the players. Is that what you're going to have to sort of try and do again this week to try and generate sort of some kind of positive feeling? And secondly, how's Thiago Silva?
Well, Thiago's, I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not too serious, but I haven't spoken to the doctor enough to have a diagnosis for you. My job is always to try to pick the players up, to support them. So I think they need support as well because they're hurting. I know and I can feel it that they want the results to get better and the results to be different. And we're in a really tough moment. So I feel for them and my job is to try to support them.
Jamie.
Hi, Graham.
Hi.
Every disappointing result, does it get harder to pick the players up? Do you think confidence is a big issue at the moment, or when you look around that dressing room, do you still see belief?
Yeah, we do. Like I said, the training that we've had has been really, really good. The spirit in the team has been really good. We thought that we were taking steps forward, and then the first half against Southampton took us back a little bit. But up to then, I thought we were taking steps forward. We played quite well in the first half, I thought, and like I said, a game that's not easy to create chance after chance because Tottenham defend well, defend with the numbers and the back five. But the feeling amongst the players that is one of support. They're fighting for each other. They're fighting for the team. They want to do better, and they're hurting. They are. I feel for them.
Jacob.
Hi, Graham. It was tough at Stamford Bridge last week after the final whistle against Southampton. I mean, this was obviously a huge game for Chelsea's fans when they see a performance where it's a struggle to create chances and come back from a goal down. Are you worried about what this defeat will do for your standing and relationship with the fans? Will it be hard to get it back from here?
Well, I can't necessarily think too much about 40, 50, 60,000 people. I need to focus on what I can control, which is the next day, the next training session. But our supporters have been, I would say, very fair, and they've supported the team. I have absolutely no complaints with the supporters. They're entitled to be frustrated and upset and angry with the results that we've got. And that's my responsibility. So I have absolutely no complaints with the supporters.
Matt Law.
It was another 6 changes today. And I appreciate some of it's been forced on you, but every game there's like 4, 5, 6 changes. Do you know your best team at the moment? And is this a problem of trying to create any sort of momentum or gel anything together?
Well, I think the fact that there's a third game in a week makes it difficult to keep picking the same 11. Matt, we play in Dortmund on a Wednesday. We return at 4 in the morning, and then we play a Premier League game on a Saturday. There was one change from the Dortmund game today, which is Raheem for Misha. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, for example, Thiago Silva and Reece James are just unable to play against Southampton, and that's just where we're at. I've tried to explain to you many a time about long-term injuries. They're just not able to play 3 games in a week. And I have a duty of care to them and to their welfare to make sure they're not on the pitch and risking injury, because if Reece James, God forbid, injures himself because of an overloading issue, because he hasn't had time to recover and he hasn't had time to prepare his body to play 3 games in a week, then that's on me. Obviously, I take the consequences, which is you change the team. But from West Ham to Dortmund to this game, I don't think there's too many changes.
Neil Barnett.
2 things. First of all, now the perennial questions at the end of the season. No Kovacic, Chalobah, David Fofana, Chukwuemeka, Cucurella in the squad, were any of them injured? And the other thing is, that's 1 goal in 6 games. Why do you think Chelsea outscored?
Kovacic was ill, and the rest are unfortunate to be out of the squad. I think there's a combination of a few things, and again, it's an easy question to ask. While this is not a bad question at all, it's not the easiest one to answer as well, because sometimes you go through moments where you create chances and you don't score them, which we've had, I think, against Southampton, I think against Dortmund. We had those games. Today, I don't think it was a game for that. I think there was a game of minimal chances for both teams in a tight game. And the first goal was always going to be important, and we didn't get it. An element of, like I said, players coming back from injury, getting them up to speed, integrating a couple of new ones. So as a team, we're just not quite there in terms of how we want it to look and how we want to really function in a good way. And scoring goals is the difficult part of the game.
Okay, last 2, and then we've got to finish here, and then Sammy to finish.
Graham, hi. How do you see the race for the top 4 now? Spurs 14 points ahead.
Well, after a result like today and where we are, my focus is on the next match against Leeds. That's what I'm going to think about. We need to lift the mood, lift the spirits, find a good feeling. Hopefully we can get a nice game and a 3 points, because it's really important for us at this stage. That's where we're at. We can't look at anything other than that.
Last question, Sammy.
Graham, obviously the owners and the club have been supportive of you and are supportive of you. With every sort of disappointing result, would you acknowledge that has a dynamic to change moving forward?
Well, there's always that question, absolutely. And you can't stop the questions. And whilst the results are like they are, then I accept it. It's part of the job. We were talking before the game about, watching the all or nothing at Arsenal, and 2 years into Mikel's reign, he's close to getting the sack, and people are wanting him out, and it's a disaster. And obviously now things have changed a little bit. But that's just the way it is. If you look at Jurgen's situation, they haven't got the results, and all of a sudden people want him out. That's just the nature of football. And obviously I haven't done enough at this club to have too much good faith, and I also accept that as well. So my job is to not to worry too much about that, understand the question, understand where it comes from totally, and just to try to focus on keep helping the team, keep supporting the players, because I really like these players. They're good lads. They want to do better. They want to win. But at the moment we're suffering, and that's my responsibility.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.